Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hello, I'm good.
Good. It's Thursday. I've got Dear John letters coming up later in the program, so I'm super excited for that. We got a good Dear John letter today. I always think they're pretty good, but this one's a really good one. I think it's we're going to be able to give some good advice, I hope. Also, have a quote here from John Ciardi. He says, early to bed and early to rise probably indicates unskilled labor. Well, there you go.
Whoa.
I don't know about all of that, John. Early to bed.
That's rude.
I'm kind of late to bed and early to rise. Is that a thing? What does that mean? Not healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm none of those. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
John and Heidi.
Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is National Ride the Wind Day. Oh, first I got to say, it's Thursday, the 23rd day of August. Thought you'd never ask. Now, it's Ride the Wind Day, and it's Sponge Cake Day. And apparently I forgot how I usually do this
sponge
break.
cake.
So, yeah, sponge, I don't know. Do I like sponge cake? I think I do.
Yeah.
I eat it up like a sponge. Thanks for listening. On this Sponge Cake Thursday, you're listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
Coming up, we've got your brain on drugs. But first, golf course or rehab center? Heidi, tell me,
I like these.
Is this a golf course or is it a rehab center?
Okay.
All right. Take a listen. Listen closely. Silver Sands. It's in Prescott, Arizona, or Prescott, depending on if you live there or not. Silver Sands. Golf course or rehab?
Golf course.
No, it's a rehab. Who wants to be in the sand on a golf course? I thought for sure when I said listen closely, I thought that was a giveaway that if you thought about it, nobody wants to be in the sand when you're golfing. How about this one? Golf course or rehab? Desert Sands, Mesa, Arizona.
Golf course.
It is a golf course. I thought maybe I'd throw you for a loop there with the sands thing. That did not work. My plan backfired. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
This time of year, there are many parties, weddings, cookouts, and other events that often include alcohol. If you're drinking, be sure to have a designated driver. If you or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, there is help. The Addiction Hope and Helpline wants to help. If you feel like it's time to finally get the help you need, there's a toll-free number you can call, 1-800-438-0380. That's the Addiction Hope and Helpline, 1-800-438-0380, 1-800-438-0380.
And this is your brain on drugs. A driver in Spain astounded police when he was found to be under the influence of every drug the officers checked him for.
Holy cow.
Yeah. 6 people were in the car, all piled on top of one another. Nobody was wearing a safety belt. Passengers appeared to be drunk, as did the driver. Officers tested the man. They realized he had been doing more than just drinking, so they did all kinds of things. It says an illegal lever of alcohol, high levels of... I think that was supposed to be level of alcohol. Anyway, high levels of cannabis, methamphetamines, amphetamines, cocaine, opioids, all of these in the man's system. They were surprised he could drive at all. He had been fined now a total of about $2,280
drive very well, or he wouldn't have gotten pulled over.
2,000 euros. Half of the fine was for failing the alcohol test. The other was for all the drug stuff. Driver has 6 points deducted from his license. That's it. You'd think they would take it. now faces a road ban, so he might not get to drive. Anyway, his car was impounded. Not a good day, but that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Mark Wahlberg got an Equinox gym in New York City to open an hour early so he and his crew could work out. That's kind of cool. Mark Wahlberg seems like a neat guy.
I like him.
I think we'd like to party with you, Mark. If you're listening, I'd like to have you on Movie Star Monday. So, hey,
Absolutely.
have your people call my people. And since I have no people, you're going to have to just call me. Christine Peters, the woman accusing CBS President Les Moonves of sexual harassment, is now shopping a memoir about her time at the network. So, I was thinking maybe people want to hear that story. And Paris Hilton is in the news. You know why? If you were going to guess,
Why is
what
Paris
would you think?
Hilton?
Just random topic. What do you think she'd be in the news for?
I really couldn't tell you. I haven't heard about her for a long time. So
Here I just gave you this open gate to do whatever crazy thing you wanted to do, and you just let me.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll waltz right
She
through it
really
then.
wasn't. It's not like she
Paris,
was.
no, she always did weird stuff. So I thought maybe you would guess some outlandish thing
What'd
I'd
she do?
not even allow you to say on the radio. But Paris Hilton has been in the news because she postponed her November wedding. She pushed it off till May of next year, so she has more time to plan the wedding. So there you go. That's what she's in the news for. See, it was nothing crazy after all. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
John and Heidi.
Now your scoop of the day. The nation's doctors are warning that vaping is more dangerous to your health than previously thought. Who said this from the beginning?
You
Yeah,
did.
I did. I was like, this can't be good. You can't be inhaling something into your lungs. I'm not saying that it's, if you do that, you do that. That's your thing. But I was like, this can't be. Because I had a friend that quit smoking. Goes, oh, this is good for you. I'm like, dude, it can't
not
be
good
for
for
you.
you. No.
Maybe better for you, but it can't be good for you. Now the nation's doctors are saying what John's been saying all along. They're like, oh, maybe this ain't so good for you. The Environmental Protection Agency, also known as the EPA, they've begun a cleanup of the Gowanus Canal in New York City. I'm sure I got that wrong.
I'm sure.
Gowanus? Is that what it's called? Anyway, there have been factories there that have been dumping directly into the canal with toxic waste since the mid-1800s. The cleanup is going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood of $506 million. Wow, that's a lot. But I guess, it's kind of worth it. You want to clean up that canal. A study by the University of Toledo found that smartphones can ruin your eyesight. Holy Toledo. Of course it can. I've discovered that I need spectacles to read, and I need spectacles to get on the computer. What don't I use them for? An even smaller screen, which is called a smartphone, and my eyes are killing me most of the time because of it.
You know what, though? I don't even wear my glasses if I've got my phone out. I
Yeah.
don't need my
Do
glasses.
you get a headache, though?
No.
Oh, I do. I do all the time.
But I can see close up but not far away, so I don't really need anything when I'm...
You might be a superhero. I'm not sure.
No. No, not at all.
Anyway, this new study from the University of Toledo, they say smartphones could ruin your eyesight. So there you go. Vienna, Switzerland has topped the Melbourne, Australia as the world's most livable city in a new survey by the Economist Intelligence Unit. So if you had to choose between Vienna, Switzerland or Melbourne, Australia, which would you choose?
I would stay right here in the United States
Okay,
of America.
but if you had to choose between the two, Vienna, Switzerland
I
or
wouldn't,
Melbourne, Australia.
Because I'm an American.
Okay. Here's the thing. I would go to Australia because
I bleed red, white, and blue.
That's cool, but I would go to... I'm not saying I want to go, so don't pack my stuff. I'm just saying if I had to choose between Vienna, Switzerland, who just topped Melbourne, who Melbourne had always been the most livable city, now they've been beat by
Don't even
Vienna.
say you commie or I'm shipping you out of the
I'm
country.
just telling you.
I'm
Melbourne,
saying.
Melbourne.
Don't say. Don't
here's
pick
why.
something over the U.S.
I'm not picking it. I'm saying instead of going to Switzerland and enjoying the delicious chocolates, I want to go to Melbourne and pet the kangaroos. So I knew I had an angle in here somewhere. One last thing. A California pilot was forced to make an emergency landing on a highway, Highway 580, after his engine cut out. This happened last week. Luckily, he's okay. Holy cow. Can you imagine flying or like driving down the road and an airplane lands on the road in front of you? I'm like, okay, you go ahead and merge. I mean, I'm not going to compete with that. You go ahead. You can cut in. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can either add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. Or a combination of both, but there's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow sales. And you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Sign up at betterresultsadvertising.com. That's betterresultsadvertising.com.
And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right, this one here, I am actually excited to hear Heidi's point of view on this because I have a pretty solid point of view, and I guess we'll see what Heidi says. But here we go. Dear John, my sister was engaged to my friend. They dated for several years first, and it all went well. Now, I'm not sure. Where am I at here? I'm not sure why things fell apart when he finally asked her to marry him. I've known this guy for almost 20 years. He's a good guy. I love my sister, too, and I wish they could have worked through the problem. Here's my conundrum. He proposed with a ring that had been in his family for generations. Now that they broke up, his grandmother asked if he could get the ring back. My sister is not wanting to give the ring back.
Oh.
She said, legally, it belongs to her now. Well, I don't know about the law, but I think it sucks that she had the ring for about a month and then dumped my friend a few months before the wedding. He's already taking it pretty hard. Now his family is upset with him over the ring. My sister said she wants to sell the ring to pay off some debt. I'm stuck in the middle of this, with my friend on one side and my sister on the other side. What should I do? Or should I just stay out of it? Signed, Sad on the sidelines. First of all, I'm going to ask Heidi. I'll yield to you, even though it's Dear John Letters.
Give the ring back. It's a family heirloom.
His question is, what should he do? Should he encourage his sister to give the ring back?
Absolutely. Tell your sister to grow up.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do as well. And here's how you do that.
Spoiled woman.
Just calm down over there. Calm down on that side of the counter.
Horrible, horrible woman.
Yeah, here's what you do. You talk to her and hopefully talk some sense into her. I understand where she's saying, well, legally, that's my ring. He gave it to me. You're right. Legally it is. But morally, is it? You guys are breaking up. This has been in his family. He gave the ring to you because you were going to be part of his family for generations as well. You were going to be, part of that family tree, and that's why that ring was going to you. Now, if he went and bought this ring from a store, I would have a completely different perspective on
me
this.
too.
But it's a family ring, and I think it's important that it stay in the family. They did not, they didn't give this to him. Hey, I met this girl at a bar and I want to propose. They were dating for years.
Yeah.
So I'm sure nobody saw it coming that you were going to break up. And it's really unfortunate that happened. And honestly, it'd be wonderful if you could work it out and you guys could get back together. But after this, I doubt that's going to happen.
Well, no, he wouldn't want you now.
Yeah, there's going to be all kinds of problems on both sides of the aisle if that were to happen. But I feel really bad for the dude that sent us a letter because his friend on one side and his sister on the other side. I mean, where do you go? What advice would you give him? What should he say? What should he do?
He should tell his sister to grow up.
So what should he say to his friend?
Wait till she goes to sleep, steal the ring back, and give it to your friend.
Here's another.
She lost it.
Here's another thing that I was thinking that might, if she's saying, "Well, I want to sell it to pay off bills."
No.
Here's one of the things. This ring is worth more to this family than it is to anybody else in the world. I don't care how much it's worth if you take it to a pawn shop, whatever that value is. I guarantee you, it's worth more to this family. It may even make sense as the brother. You could maybe broker this deal if she's not willing to give it back. Just say, how much do you want for it? I'll buy it from you. I'll buy it from you, and I'll give it to them. And if she realizes that, wait, well, you don't need to do that. Well, no, I don't. But I don't like what you're doing to my friend's family either. Offer to buy it or ask your friend, hey, would you be interested? She wants to sell it to pay off bills. I don't know if the bills are related to the wedding. If they are, I could see that. That would make sense. But, again, it's sad that the relationship ended, but at the end of the day, if you look at all this, you're
I think you dodged a bullet. Yes,
and I'm sorry we're talking that way about your sister, because I guarantee you love her. I know you do. I've got sisters that do dumb things. I'm a brother that does dumb things. We're family. At the end of the day, even if we make dumb decisions, you still love each other, I hope. So, love your sister, love your friend. If there's something you can do in the middle to kind of bring it all together, boy, how cool would that be? You'd be the hero, Heidi. He'd be a hero. Again, sad sidelines. Sad on the sidelines. I hope that helped. If you've got some advice for sad on the sidelines, you can chime in on our Facebook page. If you've got a Dear John letter for next week, you can also chime in with that on our Facebook page, or you can send it to us directly through the website, johnandheidishow.com. And again, if you want to give some advice to Sad on the Sidelines, you can do that now at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers, or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Did you know that it's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open?
I did.
I think if you did that, your eyes would go, and just pop right out of your head. Don't you think? I don't know what would happen. I recently saw a picture of a guy that was in the Guinness World Records, or no, he was not that. What was the other one? Ripley's Believe It or Not, where he could pop his eyes out of his head. Do you think he discovered that by sneezing with his eyes open? I wonder if that's what happened. It could be. I don't know. But this is today's fun fact. It is impossible to sneeze with your eyes open. Now you know.
John and Heidi.
Make plans to join us for the second annual 80s in the Sand. My wife Heidi and I went last year. It was so much fun. And guess who's going to be there this year? It's Brett Michaels.
Hello, everybody. It's Brett Michaels. I will see you at 80s in the Sand, Tuesday, November 6th, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I promise you, this is going to be the ultimate concert, party, best night ever. Let's rock on, my friends.
Get your tickets now at 80sinthesand.com. Over 90% of the tickets are sold. Don't wait. 80sinthesand.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, your grandiloquent word of the day is fard. What do you think fard? F-A-R-D. What do you think fard means?
I don't know.
Fard is kind of a fun word to say, though. Fard. It is to apply cosmetics to your face. Or facial cosmetics would mean that you are farting your face. Is that what that means? I don't know how would you say that? I don't know. Well, let's look at the sentence. Let's go to the sentence.
Fard face.
That does sound that sounds terrible, but it's apparently he frizzles and he fards. He oints and bathes his visages in regards.
Wow.
That is a part of a poem from
Sounds naughty.
1584. They spoke differently back then. Probably more betterly than we speak today, but it just sounds so funny to me. And I know more betterly is not a word. I'm just being silly. This is today's grandiloquent word. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now you can fly anywhere in the world and pay discount prices on your airline tickets. Book a flight today to London, Paris, Madrid, or anywhere else you want to go. And pay a lot less guaranteed. Call the International Travel Department right now at Low Cost Airlines.
800-719-5601. 800-719-5601. That's 800-719-5601.
Time now for some weird news on a Thursday. A Columbus, Ohio man is recovering after being shot over a video game console last week. Columbus Division of Police say an officer responded to a shooting at 3:15 in the afternoon. They found the victim suffering from a single gunshot wound. The victim told police he was arguing with an unknown individual over the price of a video game console that he was selling. He said the suspect produced a firearm and shot a single shot. The suspect then fled the scene after the incident. The victim, by the way, was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. So no word over how much the video game console was and if it was a bad deal. Must have been a bad deal. To shoot somebody over it, it must have been crazy. I mean, how much could it have been? I mean, to shoot somebody, it had to be nuts. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Got a lot of fun stuff to get to. It's all on the way. Thanks for listening on a Thursday. Now, your moment of duh. A woman was taken into custody Monday after firing a shot into the air in a Government Hill neighborhood in Anchorage, Alaska. So, there's probably at least one person right now going, Was that Sarah Palin? No, it was not Sarah Palin. There's other ladies with guns in Alaska. And police say this woman, identified as 50-year-old Tamara Phillip Gillespie, walked outside upset because of a construction crew that was making a lot of noise next door, and she fired a shot in the air and then went back inside. Whoa, you guys keep it down. That's not a good plan. Anyway, they came to the residence. They had her step out the front door, state that she would not comply with officers' instructions, and then went back inside. That happened multiple times. So they were trying to get her to come into custody, and she just came out and said, no, I'm not gonna. Anyway, she did eventually. She was taken into custody at 7:52 p.m. after the canine was released. So, yeah, bad deal. Bad idea. That's why it's today's Moment of Duh.
John and Heidi.
If you want to grow your business, you can add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers or a combination of both. There's no other way to grow your business. Just those two. Add more customers or sell more stuff to your current customers. And if you already have a relationship with your customers and you have their email address, you can reach out to them with special offers to easily grow your sales, and you'll make your customers even happier. Let the experts at Constant Contact help. Get a free trial now. Text Radio Trial to number 22828. That's Radio Trial, all one word, to number 22828.
John and Heidi.
Time now for Fake News or Florida.
I like this
Read
one.
a couple stories here, and Heidi has to tell me if it's something that really, truly happened in the great state of Florida, or is it fake news? Something
All right.
made up to try to fool her. You ready for one?
I am ready.
All right, how about this one? Fake news or Florida? Florida man dumps 10,000 gallons of something, used cooking oil or sludge, in a vacant lot, and then told investigators he did it to keep his job. Fake news or Florida?
Dumped sludge in the parking lot and said he did it to keep his job.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah, true story. He, 50-year-old man, dumped a whole bunch of stuff and then found out when he was in trouble, they found out it was because he works for a company called Brownie's Septic and Plumbing, and they asked him to go dump this in a vacant lot. So he said, hey, it's not my fault. I'm just doing what they told me to do. So, I don't know exactly.
That's not really
a
bizarre one, is it?
Yeah, it is. Why? You think that just seems normal?
It doesn't seem normal, but if he had to do it because his boss told him to go dump it out.
You still don't do it. You just say, no, I can't do that. That's illegal. I'm not getting arrested for
But
you.
he couldn't afford to get fired.
I don't know. It's a bad idea. Today's Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with some good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Odiva. That is a monthly subscription service just for the ladies. All of the details on Odiva at radiosavings.com. Do you like the good news that we end with? Is this a positive way?
I do like the good news very much.
I do too, and I think this is kind of a fun one. World record, 1 million crayons donated in Rainbow of support for 700 teachers. So 1 million crayons were donated. I think that's kind of a cool thing. When you think about how many crayons that is. It's a lot of crayons, and there's boxes and boxes and boxes here. Over 700 teachers are rejoicing over a very special new world record, the most amount of crayons donated to a charity in under 8 hours. Massive donation for the Los Angeles teachers managed to raise just over 1 million crayons, setting this new world record. The drive was organized by Crayon Collection. It's a nonprofit that supports teachers, the environment, and the arts of arts education by donating gently used crayons to educators. As a means of celebrating the achievement in West Culver City, an artist arranged the boxes of crayons in a maze that was slowly deconstructed as they were distributed amongst the teachers. So that's kind of cool. I've got a photo on here if you'd like to see it. It's in the show notes. I've got a link to that. I don't put the photos on there. I have a link. They already did the photo. You can see it there if you care. And if
when I
you,
was a kid, we had to bring our own crayons.
I did too. Yeah, I don't know. But nowadays it's apparently a different world. Everybody gets crayons. Crayons for everyone. But they're supplied from people like this. So it's kind of cool.
All right.
Got a link in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.